Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Christina Russell and I'm going to lead you through a barre class today. All you'll need is a mat, a chair, and if you happen to have a ball, like a playground ball, that's great. Otherwise, you could make do with any pillow, couch cushion, anything like that that you can use for a prop. So with that, let's get started. We'll come to standing. Also, if you have some music you would love to work out to, I invite you to press pause and go grab that and crank up the tunes. And we'll get started with a little bit of a warm up. Let's inhale, we'll reach it all the way up, reaching up to the sky, and then come down through the center, hanging your head, softening your knees, and then we'll roll up. So a couple of circle sweeps here. And then rolling all the way back down. We'll go up one more time. Beautiful, and last one. All right, then from here, let's find a little chair pose. So you can walk those feet just about hip width apart and give me a tiny little pulse. So engaging the abdominals. Inhale, exhale, good. Grab those fingers, clasp overhead. We're gonna step wide, flip the palms up to the sky. Let's take a big circle all the way around one direction and back around the other direction. That feels really good. Let's do one more each way. And then we'll come to rest in the center. Release the hands coming back. Let's start with a simple knee up. So engaging through the abdominals, give me a little pointed toe. Inhale, exhale. Let's add some arms to that. So we'll pull, reaching down in opposition. And we'll add a twist right here. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Warming up the body, warming up the torso. Couple more. Good, and come to rest. Let's take it into a lunge. We're gonna step one foot back so you get a nice length through the heel, and we'll reach arms front. And then let's pull that knee in towards the chest. Step it right back. Beautiful, two more. All right, here's a little balance challenge. We're standing tall. The knee comes across, we open. See if we can extend that leg straight back behind us. And then we'll step it down once again, reaching up. We pull in, release, in, release, in, and one more. Standing tall, coming across. Little crescent knee, sending that foot back. Find that little balance. Then you can cross one leg behind the other. We find ourselves in a little curtsy squat. Give me tiny little pulses right here. Start to wake up those legs, let them know. We're going to be requiring some energy from them today. Good, and then rest. And then we'll reach up on a diagonal and throw it down to the earth. Up and down, and up and down. Two more. Inhale, exhale, beautiful. Let's come right back to our chair pose. Tiny little pulse. Reach those hands back behind you, clasp. And then step wide. We're going to take a nice little stretch through the shoulders. Soften and bend. Coming up, we're going to step back now with the other leg. We're reaching those arms in front, pull the knee in. In. So abs are pulling in, we're waking them up. One more, we come stand tall, knee comes across, we open and send that leg back. We find that balanced pose. Send it back, send the heel back so you get that nice stretch. Pulling in, two more. Nice, standing tall, coming across. Crescent knees, step it back. This time we can come on behind a little cross. We sink down, we find our curtsy lunge. We'll come into a couple little pulses here. Breathe. Got a couple more. Good, hold it down. Then you're gonna reach up on a diagonal and toss it down to the ground. Up and down, and up and down. up and down. And one more, fantastic. Okay, we're gonna make our way to the back end of our mat. So in the back end of our mat, we'll reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're gonna walk it out all the way, finding a plank position. Right, so from this plank position, we'll bring the right knee and tap the right elbow. And then hover that knee right underneath you, and you'll take a little windshield wiper, side to side. Yeah, beautiful. Good, and plant that, and then send the hips up into a downward dog. Send the body forward, finding plank once again. Making sure your form is good here. We'll take that left knee, connect it with the left elbow, and then it's gonna hang underneath the body, and we'll give a little sweep. Little windshield wiper here, right to left. Plant the left foot, send the hips up. Find downward facing dog. Let's pedal out those heels, right and left. Nice. Good, let's come forward, we'll tap again. So we'll take it opposite tap. So tap, and then we'll do the other side, side to side. So I'm sending my hips forward. Good, and then we plant, we send the hips up to downward facing dog once again. Taking a breath right here. We're gonna walk the hands back towards the feet. We're at the back of our mat. We're hanging, and we're gonna grab opposite elbows, come into a little swivel to the right and to the left. Nice little stretch on those hips. Breathe, and then we'll stand all the way up. Reaching up to the sky. Exhale, we're gonna dive it down. And then we're walking out. So here you could either go from a high plank to an elbow plank. It's totally your choice. Walk the feet in, and then lift up the right foot. Point the toes. Tiny little pulses up to the sky. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. Now it's going to come out to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that foot. Send the hips up, either from your hands or your elbows. So a little dolphin if you're from your elbows. Shifting forward. Release the left foot now. Pointed toe. Tiny little pulses up to the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it goes out to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that foot. Send the hips up. Drop to your knees. If you are on your elbows, press it up to your hands. We'll send the hips up to the sky. We're going to walk it back. Hanging here in a forward fold. Slowly uncurl the body, reaching all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, we dive it down. Walking all the way out. All right, so this time dropping to the knees, walk the hands in just a little bit. We're gonna soften and bend the elbows. You're coming down 3/4 of the way, or maybe halfway. Hold it right there. Take a breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips back. Give it a little stretch. So your head is down. We're breathing. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. And then we're coming back up into that modified plank once again. We'll widen the hands as wide as the mat. And let's sink down and up. Let's go for 10 push-ups here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Send the hips back. Give a little stretch. We're coming all the way out, releasing the toes all the way down to your belly. You're gonna extend arms and legs long. We're gonna find a little prone swimmer. Tiny little flutters for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Open those knees. Your big toes will come to touch. We'll send the hips back and we'll find a wide knee child's pose. Inhale, walk the hands over to one side, back to center and over to the other side. Little side stretch. Good. And come back to center. We're going to come all the way up to standing. So you might want to grab a little bit of water before we move into some thigh work. Okay, so the chair is totally optional. So we're going to be standing on the leg that's closest to the chair if you need it. The other leg gets sent back towards the wall behind you, and then we come all the way up to standing, and then we step wide and we come into a side lunge. Right? So let's go back and forth between those two things. If you want the extra balance challenge, you can keep the leg up until you plant it out here. So we'll go nice and slow. So you find the form, you find how you have to stack up in your body to get the balance. So taking the time to find where you're centered over that standing leg. We inhale and we exhale. Nice. Now, if you would like to add one piece here, when you come back to in, you can reach the arms up overhead and then send it down and over. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna do one more. All right, then we're gonna stay out here in this side lunge. Okay, so this foot is planted. I'm gonna take a tiny little pulse. So your hands can come together right at your heart. You're loading up the hip right there. We're breathing. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it right there. Release those arms. So you're going to swing the arms forward and back and lift that heel. Lift and lower. Abs are pulling in. My neck is long. Lift that front heel. Yeah, beautiful. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come all the way back. So can you balance? All right, now you're reaching straight down to the floor, and then we reach the knee up. So another balance challenge right here. Scooping the belly as the knee comes up towards the chest. Yeah, all those little muscles are working to keep that balance on that standing leg. Good, we have one more here. All right, you're gonna hold it down. Now here's one variation. It's just to have a hand on your chair and that leg is extended back towards the wall behind you and your toes are down towards the earth. Tiny little pulses going up. We're engaging through the abdominals. Nice, keep that breath going. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come all the way up to standing. So that standing leg, let's send the heel out in front. We'll send the hips back. We'll find a little hamstring stretch. Maybe a little wiggle with the hips from side to side. Beautiful. And then we'll scoop and roll up. All right, we're going to go over to the other side. So I happen to have a chair on this side too. I'll just use that. So the standing leg is the one that's next to the chair. So you should be on the other leg. All right, so we reach down towards the earth and then we step it out. Side lunge. And there's an option here if you want to add that piece to reach the hands up to the sky, you could do that. So slow to begin till you figure out how you're stacking up over your body. Where are you pushing from? What muscles are activating? Are you breathing? All right, we're gonna take one more. And we're gonna hold it out here. We're holding it in our side lunge. So now it should be the opposite hip that's loaded. We're taking a tiny little pulse right here. Sitting bones are going back towards the wall behind you. Hands can come together at your heart. Yeah, so we're just waking things up, warming things up, getting it prepared for what's to come. If you smile here, it's so much easier. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Here we go, releasing those hands. We swing forward and back. The heel lifts and lowers, and lifts and lowers. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Two more. Lift and lower. Nice. All right, we're coming all the way back. We reach it down towards the earth. And then the knee reaches up, the hands reach up. Down and up. So these are called anything from good mornings to deadlifts. There's different names for this one, but it's definitely turning on the hamstring and the back of the standing leg. Good, we have two more. All right, on the next time you are down, keep the hands down, option to hang onto the chair. That leg is extended back behind you with the toes pointed down. We take tiny little lifts. There's a little string on your heel that's lifting that leg up. I have a soft standing knee right here. Abs are engaged, pulling in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come all the way up. Let's take that standing leg. We'll give a little stretch. Flexing those toes up. Taking a breath. Okay. All right. So we're going to come into a set of push-ups real quick. So I'll just flip my chair around. So the safety component here is that you make sure you have a chair that is not going to be rolling out from under you or sliding in any way. When we find our plank position on here, we want to have the hands directly underneath the shoulders, belly is in. So I have a good plank position in my body. So from here, we're going to take tiny little tricep dips with this one. So elbows are softening, upper arms are pressing into the rib cage, and down and up we go. I have my feet pretty close together, but if you would like to have your feet wider, that's an option as well. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's send the hips back. We find a little stretch through those triceps, the lats. We're going to come back and do another set. But this time, if you would like, you could do just what you just did, or you could lift one foot up. All right. We'll just do 5 each side. So here we go. Down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Send the hips back. Give a little stretch. And then walk it on up. I'm going to move my chair off to the side. Okay, we're going to come into, we're going to add in a teeny cardio component. So the first setup will be possibly with the hand on the chair. We're going to send 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So I'm in a lunge. If I were to show you this from the side, this is what you would look like. So the back knee is bent. I have my front knee directly over my ankle. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. The first set here, and this is going to be going, I better get my timer going, otherwise we'll be here all day. So the first set is going to be for 1 minute. 1 minute on the clock. Okay. Let's get that timer started right now. Down and up we go. We're finding the fullest range that you can muster all the way up. So no knee pain. And if I show you from the side, as I go through, I think about this back thigh bone going straight down to the earth. This front knee does not go out beyond my toes. So you can think about your root chakra going straight down. Abs are pulling in. I'm upright through the upper body. I'm also feeling how I can be pushing through the ball of my right foot and the heel of my front foot. All right, how are we doing? 15 more seconds with this full range. Then we're going to take it to a pulse. So in the pulse, you're going to want to find your, I would say that the place that you don't go all the way up or all the way down. All right, so hold it down right here, finding a tiny little pulse. So if you start to shake and burn and really feel like you got stuff turned on, then you're doing it right. That's what you're looking for. It gets just a tiny bit uncomfortable. It feels like the muscle is really working to fatigue. So if you have to step out of this and take a break and then come right back, that's all good. So you're totally listening to your body. What is it wanting? What can it handle? Could you push yourself a couple seconds longer when you think you gotta quit? We are almost there, my friends. Almost there. 15 more seconds. Yeah. All right, keep it going. Keep that breath going. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Step it up. I'm going to show you this next one from the side rather. I'm here in my lunge again, and then I'm going to straighten this back knee and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Okay, here we go. Timer starts right now. So static in the front leg, a tiny little movement in the back leg. We're breathing. We gotta go to our happy place, that place that makes you smile, that makes you happy, that gives you gratitude for all the strength that you're building in these awesome legs, getting ready for those summertime activities. All right, we are so close. Only about 15 more seconds. Nice. Okay, so no like knee pain or discomfort as far as, you know, actual pain. It's just the hurt good pain. Nice. And we stand all the way up. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're coming back. We're finding that lunge again. This is only 30 seconds this time. We're lifting the heel and down and up we go with a tiny little pulse. Breathe, 30 seconds only. We can do that, right? We've just been doing it for a minute. 30 seconds is like nothing. There is an option if you want to go up and down with that heel so you have a little more movement, or to just leave the heel lifted. So activating that calf. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it, just hold. Can you release? Balance challenge. Keep that front heel still lifting if you can. Breathing. Nice, 15 seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Come up to standing. What do you say we give a little stretch? So let's kick that foot into the hand. We'll come into a quad stretch. Heel comes towards your butt. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thigh. You're so strong now. All right, let's take the other side as well. So we'll stretch both of our quads. Okay, before we go to the other side, we're gonna come into a little cardio blast. So the cardio blast is similar to some of the stuff that we did earlier, but we're gonna add a little bit of an intensity to it. So staying the same orientation to your chair, you're going to step to the side and then punch it up. All right, so if you wanna punch this a little bit, you can. So 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Starts right now. We step it out and up and out and up. So it's a little bit of a load and explode. We still have the butt going to the back wall. We're still breathing. So the more you engage the arms, the more cardio it will become. So hopefully the heart rate is starting to come up just a little bit. 10 seconds. 5. And there it is. Awesome. Come back to rest. Okay, we'll do one more thing before we take the other side. We're going to come into a plie, a wide second. So you can do this one center mat if you would like. Toes are rotated out and we sink down. So nothing forward, nothing back. My tailbone is heavy and my knees are tracking out over my second toe. So again, we find that full range down and up. So see what feels good with your knee joints as you find that up and down motion. All right, so we're here for a minute. So it gives you plenty of time to be checking in with your form, how your body feels. You can maybe take a little peek down and make sure you can see the arches of your feet. You got your thigh bones spiraling open, down and up. And enjoy this full range of motion, because usually you can do a lot more of these than the shorter range. So we're just getting that blood flowing in there. 10 more seconds. And we're going to take it to a tiny little pulse. And again, with that pulse, you want to hang out somewhere mid-range. All right, so go down to your lowest place, and we go up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Nice. There are options here if you want to float those arms open or reach them up overhead. Pretty much anything you can do to distract yourself from what's going on with the legs. And if it just feels good to have your hands at your hips, right on your hip bones, that works too. So as we fatigue, you might notice your form starts to slack off a little bit. So check in, make sure you still have that good integrity. You haven't tilted your body forward or back. Your knees aren't collapsing forward. Yeah, you can grip with your toes a little bit so you have some good activation through those feet. You guys got it. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. All right, here's where you might want the chair again. We're going to lift those heels and down and up we go. So there's an option here to alternate the heels, left and right, or just keep going with that, or try to balance challenge. Maybe you take the hands off completely and keep the pulse going while lifting up those heels. Quads are really on fire, really talking to us, saying, what are you doing to me right now? And we say, we're doing this out of love. We want you to be strong and happy. Yeah. We're almost there. 15 more seconds. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Static. You're just static, but you're breathing. Your heels are still lifting. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Oh, all right, good job. Shake it out. Whew. All right, let's take a couple quad stretches before we do the lunge series on the other side. So heel towards your butt. If you want to even lean forward a little bit with that one, you can do that. And then we'll take the other side. We are going to do one little cardio blast before we do the other lunge side. So let me show you what it looks like. So we're back out in our wide second, our plie, and you're going to reach down and reach up. If you want to make this a plyometric for 30 seconds, then you would actually unweight. Okay, so your choice, you decide. Here we go, timer starts right now. It could be just an unweighting of the feet. You don't have to actually jump, and you don't have to jump at all. It could just be you reach down, you reach up, you reach down, you reach up. Sitting bones go back towards the wall behind you, so those knees are not driving. 30 seconds goes quick. We only have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, we're coming over to the other lunge series. So make sure you have the opposite knee leg out in front. Otherwise, you will really pay the price later. So again, I'm showing you from the side, my good lunge form. It's like double 90 degrees with my knees, and down and up we go. 1 minute on the clock. That back kneecap drives right down towards your mat. So you could even face your chair if you want to, or you can come sideways to your chair. Either way. One other thing to point out is that you could be a little bit wider in your stance if you want, as opposed to on a tightrope. So you could be on 2 railroad tracks instead. All right, we're doing good. We got 30 more seconds here. Maybe you notice, oh, this side feels totally different. Maybe it's stronger. Maybe it doesn't feel quite as strong. Maybe the knee is talking to you more. So make any adjustments that you need to so the joints are happy. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to hold it down in a pulse. Ready? Here we go. We're finding that low point. You go up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Option to release the hand. Come into that balanced place. We're breathing. Navel to spine. And guess what? The shoulders are going to be relaxed too. So you could even do some shoulder rolls while you're doing your little pulse. Breathe. All right, guess what? 30 seconds. 30 seconds and we get to change position. Almost there. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's the one where we go bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. All right, timer starts right now. Small little movement. So if you engage the abdominals right here, this will help to facilitate bringing this thigh bone forward in space. Yeah. See, we're already halfway through this one. It's really unfortunate I have a heater right over my head. Oh, I guess I'm doing Bikram bar right now. All right, guess what? 15 seconds, 15 more seconds. Then we're gonna come back to our pulsing once again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, down and up. Now lift that front heel, 30 seconds on the clock. Option to release and find your balance challenge if you can. Remember, you can reach up with your arms, you can reach out with your arms, you can do anything that you want with arms. Maybe they just want to live right here. 10 seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Maybe we all go for the reaching of the arms. We find that static pose. Yeah, let it shake, let it burn. We're shaking to change. Whoo, how about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, so good. Let's stretch out that hamstring. We'll send the hips back. All right, we are going to be moving on to some seat work next. So that's the booty part. Okay, maybe a little wiggle side to side. Let's stand up and we'll cross the outside foot over and we'll take a little twist and send the hips away. Come up to center. I'm going to move to my other chair, but you can simply turn around and then cross, and then we twist, find the elbows on the chair. And then once you're done with the stretch, grab a drink of water. Okay, so I'm going to come over to this chair. I'm going to find a position with my elbows on the back of the chair. So hopefully you have a chair height that you don't have like one of those really high chairs, but if you needed to, you could be with your hands on there. So let's stand on the left leg and we're going to extend the right leg straight back behind us. I'm going to rotate my toes out to the side just a teeny bit. Soften that standing leg and engage the abdominals, and up we go. So I got a little string on that heel, and I'm lifting up towards the sky, and I'm squeezing my glute at the top. So good hip butt strengthener right here. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we go into that little bend stretch, bend stretch, bend stretch, bend stretch. Nice. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bend that knee and flex the foot and rotate the knee out just a little bit. Now you're going to lift from there. It's a small movement, and I want to make sure that my hips are not really tilting too much. It's just small little movement. My ankle and knee are in alignment as I lift this shape up towards the sky. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now you're going to wrap. So imagine that you're making a circle with your kneecap in space and your foot moves towards the midline. Nice. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll take that knee and we're going to turn it in and then rotate it out. We turn it in, rotate it out. Turn it in and out. So that standing butt starts to really fire up. Almost more so than the leg that's actually working, doing the movement. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final thing. All right, now if you're on your elbows, walk it back. And you're going to extend that one leg back behind you. Come up on the ball of your foot. Square the hips down to the floor. And we go up and up and up. Soften through the head, neck, and shoulders. And up and up, 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 hold. Up, 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 freeze. Up, 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 up. Now hold it up there and just soften the standing leg off the ball of your foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Hopefully you felt that one. So let's take the standing leg. We'll cross it, ankle over knee. We're going to sink down and find a figure 4 stretch. The other thing that can feel good, sometimes you can just pound out your glute a little bit, send some blood in there. Just gives it a different sensation. And then come back to your stretch with a flexed foot, softening that leg that you're standing on. Awesome. Guess what? We got to go the other side. So we're back on the elbows. This time, you'll find the right leg to stand on. The left leg extends back in space and turn your toes slightly outward. So a small rotation. So if you drop your belly here, you'll come into too much back extension. So have some integrity through the back and spine and push through your elbows so you're lengthened. So here we go. We're pulsing it up. So the emphasis is on the up, 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 as opposed to it pulling down. So keep the neck long, keep the breath going, soften the standing leg. Nice, let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go with bend, stretch. Bend, stretch, just a little micro bend. It's kind of like if you had a little ball on the back side of your knee and you're trying to pop that ball. Not that you're going into a hyper extended knee, but it's just that idea of a bend and stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to bend that knee and rotate the knee out to the side a little bit, and you lift from there up. So think the knee is getting pulled up towards the sky along with the ankle. Down and up. Breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now tiny little wrap. So the foot is rotating in towards the center line. Paint brush on your kneecap, and you're making a tiny little circle in space. It's small and controlled. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go with our rotation. That knee comes in, rotates out. Rotate in, rotate out. And in, and out, in. You got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little shift. Walk out with the hands. Move the standing leg back. Extend that other leg back behind you. All right, we're going to be lifting that leg up to the sky. So think about the back side of that leg is what's getting lifted up towards the sky. Nothing is happening in the spine. It's only coming from the leg. It's up. And then rise up onto the ball of your foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave it up there. Now soften the standing leg. Bend, extend. Bend, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did it. All right, little pound and a little stretch. Flexing that foot, have a seat, find your figure 4. Whatever feels good. You can also sit in your chair for this stretch if you would like. Awesome. Okay, so we are coming up. We can move the chairs off to the side. We're going to come down to the floor with our core. Here's where you're going to grab your props, whatever it is you found around the house. So if you have a ball, fantastic. You can place the ball at your low back. If you have a pillow, you can do the same thing by putting the pillow, and maybe you even fold the pillow. So you just have something that's propping you up a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and use my ball. As I lean back, I'm going to float my feet up so my arms can be released, my abdominals are engaged, and I'm soft through the head, neck, and shoulders. So imagine that you have something up overhead, and then you can reach underneath and then reach up overhead. Reach underneath, reach up overhead, reach underneath. Nice. Let's go 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. So we're holding right here. We're going to alternate tapping one toe and then the other. So again, if you get that little earthquake belly, that's good. That's what you're looking for. No back pain. We're tapping, alternate, left to right. Nice. Couple more. Beautiful. Bring them back up. All right, so there's an option here to lean back on your hands, maybe reposition yourself on whatever prop you have so that you can be supported for this next one. So the legs will come back up to your table, and I'm going to tap both, right? So maybe you just take off one hand, maybe you can take off 2 hands and come into the double toe tap. All right, you can also hang behind the legs right here, hanging on. Yeah, cool. Whatever way you're doing it, we got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now let's tap the toes and drop the knees off to one side. All right, so again, you could be back here if you want. With the knees tilted to one side, we'll extend the legs. All right, tilt them to the other side and extend. Tilt and extend, tilt and extend, tilt, extend. One more, tilt and extend. Fantastic. All right, we're going to come back up. You can maybe reposition the pillow, whatever it is you have. So this next one, I'll show you a couple of options. So one option is that you extend those arms straight out over your knees. You lean back into whatever it is you have behind you. Relax through the head, neck, and shoulders. And then you're simply going to drop the knees from side to side. The hands stay straight out over your mat. Okay? So here's the next level of difficulty, and that would be to come back into your tabletop, and then you drop your knees from side to side without the hands moving. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Release that. Let's take a little long body stretch right here. Lengthen everything long. Give it a little stretch. Okay. So whatever it is you had underneath you, you're going to grab it in your hand right now. We're finding that tabletop boat pose, and we're going to circle it around. So a little ball pass here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then switch all the way around. One more. Fantastic. We're going to lie all the way down. You're going to take whatever prop it is you have, and you're going to put it between your ankles. So, you know, if it's a pillow, you'll have the pillow between your ankles, and you're going to squeeze. We're lying all the way down. You can have your hands behind your head here if you like, relaxing through the upper body. So when you have your legs up to the sky, let's take a flexed foot. You're pushing your heel, and then squeeze whatever it is you have between your ankles. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then see if you can lower down about an inch or two. And then we take a squeeze, 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 lower it down. We squeeze, 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 squeeze. Nice job. All right, release that. Take it out. Give a couple windshield wipers here from left to right. Lengthening out through the low body. Then we're going to scoop up through the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to extend those legs up to the sky. I'm having a scissors here. So if you have issues with your head, neck, or shoulders, you can keep the head down for this. You could also grab a pillow, another pillow, and place it underneath your head. And then whatever other pillow you have or ball, we're going to pass it through in scissor legs with pointed toes. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and we come all the way down. If you have a pillow under your head, you can move it off to the side. We're going to come into a bridge series here, planting the hands. So I don't have any props now for this one. My feet are directly under my knees. I'm going to tilt my pelvis and push my hips up to the sky. So hips are lifted. And we're going to lower down halfway, all the way. Halfway, all the way. Half, all the way. Halfway, all the way. One more, halfway, all the way. Grab whatever you have, pillow, ball, and place it between your knees now. Walk your feet in, come up onto the balls of your feet. Your hips are lifting up to the sky. I'm going to squeeze that ball. I squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the squeeze. All right. So pay attention here. You're going to shift weight and release one leg and plant it. Shift weight, release the other leg, and then bring it back. Release the leg. So my hips don't drop. They stay elevated the whole time as I alternate right and leg lifts here. Let's just take one more each side. Beautiful. And we slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Release whatever you had between your knees, and then we'll hug the knees to the chest. We'll rock from side to side. Okay, this next one is going to work the inner thigh. So hands will plant down to the mat as I peel my pelvis up off the mat. I'm walking my feet together and my knees are squeezing together. Release the right leg so it's parallel with the mat. Your left knee is going to fall out from center, back to center. Out from center, back. So this leg that's extended does not move. I'm just activating the inner thigh of the left leg. 3, 2, 1. Plant the right. Stay lifted. We'll take the other side. So left leg now extends parallel over your mat. Let the right knee fall out and in, out, in, out, in. 3, 2, and 1. We plant, we lower down. We'll hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a couple little knee circles in here and reverse it. And then we're going to roll all the way. We're going to hit the back extensors one more time. So coming belly down. So navel to spine here. So neutral spine, even in this prone position. You're going to stack your hands one on top of each other. Forehead connects with the back of one hand. Inhale as you pull navel to spine, and then lift the upper body and lower. We lift and lower. and lift and lower. Now let's take an opposite lift of the leg as we lift up. So one leg lifts, down, other leg lifts, and down, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. We're gonna add one more piece. So as you're lifting the opposite leg, you're going to turn and peek under your elbow. Come back to center and twist and lift. Back to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Twist, lift. One more each side. And last one. Hands come underneath the shoulders and we'll send the hips back and find child's pose. So we're going to work our way into our final stretch and send the hips from side to side. And we'll come all the way up. Let's peel around and find a straddle position. So my legs can come out on a diagonal with the toes up to the sky. We'll inhale, bring the hands here in front, walk them forward. Maybe you can connect down to elbows. Otherwise, you could just stay up on your fingertips. My toes are up to the sky. We'll come into a side bend. So you can plant one elbow down and then reach the other one up and over. You can look up or out or down. And then we'll pivot and come over that straight thigh with a flexed foot. Nice. We'll sweep it around. We'll take the other elbow down and come into a side bend. Over. Sweeping up and over. We'll turn and pivot right over that lengthened leg. We come all the way up. Let's wiggle those legs back in. And we'll come either, you could come into a cobbler, or if you prefer an easy seat, or if you prefer one leg extended, all of those choices are available. Grabbing onto what's available here, you can hook the elbows over shins and lengthen your spine long. And then let's take a little twist with that. So we're going to reach opposite hand to opposite leg. Lengthen through your spine as you come into a twist. Come back through center, other side. Okay, come back through center. And then if you were in cobbler, you can now come into a little easy seat, maybe grabbing your pillow and coming up on something, sitting up higher if you would like. Since the pillow is probably nearby, we'll come into a little side bend from this position. And up and over to the other side. And come back to center. Thank you so much for joining me for barre class today. I hope you got a really great workout and you feel wonderful. Drink a lot of water and keep safe and stay smiling out there, everybody.